The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting, or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
Yeah, bitches!
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you!
Fuck you!
Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Doc does it and they call him racist. We the people. Let's go red, we the people.
Oh yeah. Oh, and welcome. It is The Raw. I'm your hostess with Moses, Miss Misty and Hans. Of course, we have Henry Longbreak over there in the corner, looking dapper in his Merca shirt.
America.
Well, all I see is the M, so I'm assuming it's Merca. Oh, there it is, America. Okay, there. Well, it's all scrunched up. Anyway, he's also guarding the sacred phone number, 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. Call. Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. And Chuck, you're more than welcome to call too. Anyway, hi Henry, how you doing? How's your week?
Week's going pretty good.
I haven't talked to you since Sunday.
No.
Which, is kind of surprising. I'm not usually on the phone with you like 4,000 or 5,000 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I spaced out and decided I'm going to take a shower and go to a meeting. So I'm taking a shower and realize, oh, we have a radio show tonight. So I put my America shirt on and then came into the show.
No, see, well, there you go. So you didn't throw your other shirt on.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, welcome to the program. Oh my goodness gracious me. We've got a lot to talk about actually tonight. The main topic. The main topic for I see that everything pizza. I'm kind of hungry now. Except here's what I really want. I mean, I want it so bad. Henry, go get it for me. I want a double with grilled onions from In-N-Out and animal style fries.
Well, you're closer to it than I am.
Henry.
No.
Henry, please.
No.
No, I've been thinking about it all afternoon. I'm going like, should I? No, I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. Because I'm trying very hard to cut down on fast food and see if this helps my feet exploding stuff. Which, my right foot, my left foot is nearly back to normal as far as being all swole up. It still hurts like hell, but my right foot is still looking gross and disgusting. So I don't know. Anyway, tonight's topics. Okay. Obstruction. Okay. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about obstruction of justice. We're going to talk about obstruction of Congress, J6. We're going to talk about roadway obstructions. Happened yesterday during the National Day of sit in the road and act like a dumbass. So got some really interesting video out of San Francisco. The road blockers upped their game.
Okay.
They really upped their game. And CHP, California Highway Patrol,
Right.
even though it took them hours to finally do something about it, they weren't playing games when they decided, okay, everybody's now got to go. But we'll talk about that as well. But you know, it's a lot of things, and today has been weird, just weird, all the way around weird.
Okay.
And we've got, of course, Trump is doing his court thing in New York. Another court. This is
a different one. The hush money.
Hush money. Yeah. All right. It is not illegal to give somebody money to shut the fuck up.
Bill Clinton did it. Same thing. Same situation.
Look,
And that was fine.
Yeah. Say for instance, I sued you. Okay, just for instance, not that I would sue you, but you decide that I am such a nuisance that you just want to go away, so you negotiate a price. However, you decide that you're going to put a condition on this, that I remain silent about it forever.
Right.
All right. You're paying me hush money.
Right.
There is nothing absolutely illegal about that.
No.
It is done every single day in lawsuits all over the place. Trump and his attorneys decided that this bitch was just going to be a bitch and not go away. So they gave her money. He paid his attorney to give her money. He reimbursed his attorney for giving her money. She was supposed to remain quiet. It's not hiding a crime money. It's shut the fuck up and go away money, because number one, he was never charged. Never charged. It was never brought up in the criminal, because she didn't have anything, but she was going to sue him. So they decided to strike a deal. They struck a deal, and she broke the deal because she wanted more money. And now she's after lots more money because her lawyer ripped her off big time, took all the money and ran.
And someone probably said, "Hey, this is going to help our political careers.
Well,
let's get this lady and let's pay for all her legal fees."
Exactly. Let's go to bat for this lady. Let's charge him with trying to bribes. Well, the thing is, bribery is not illegal. I can bribe you all day long, Henry. If you'll go to In-N-Out and give me a double and animal style fries, I'll give you, I will not only pay for the burgers and stuff, but I'll give you an extra $20.
Make it 30 and I'll
on
go
top
do
of that. 30 it is. I really want my double with that. But no, the thing is, that is a bribe.
Yeah, you know what? It's payment for service.
Well, yes, but it's also a bribe. You wanted an extra $10 on what I was willing to pay on top of that. Okay, fine. I want $10 more. Okay, I'll bribe you to do it. Now, in your official capacity as a city councilman, if I started giving you money to do favors for me, that then becomes questionably illegal. But not for me.
Right.
Not for me. Only for you if you accept it. I can bribe anybody all day long. Or they can try to say, well, you've tried to bribe an official. Yeah, so
And
what's your point?
yeah,
What's your point? I can do that. Why'd you go against the official? I mean, he's the one that's accepting bribes. I mean, I offered him $5 if he'd get rid of my parking tickets.
and what I say, 50.
Oh, I called you a cheap whore, and that's. But no, it not really, and no, I don't bribe people. I don't need to bribe people. But the thing is, if I were to bribe people, it's still not illegal. As a matter of fact, the tax code, all right, has a spot for bribery.
That you got to pay tax on.
Exactly. And you can claim taxes on your bribe.
And write it off as a loss.
You
can't?
No. Bribery, if I were to bribe you, it wouldn't be a loss to me. Because I obviously gained something in return for that bribe, maybe, possibly. However, you as the bribee would have to claim that income on your taxes under bribery and pay taxes.
Wonderful.
The funny things you pick up when you're going through tax code.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything. Look, this is the United States of America. Everything is nearly illegal if you pay your taxes on it.
That's right. There's a statute of limitations on certain things.
Well, it's not so much statute of limitations. You pay your taxes on it, and nobody gives a shit.
Well,
Seriously,
if you rob a bank, there's a 5-year statute of limitations, but the IRS is still after you for that money that you didn't pay taxes on.
Exactly. But this is where Al Capone got in trouble.
That's right.
Okay, if he had paid his taxes, they wouldn't have been able to do shit to him.
Mm-mm.
They would have had to find some other way to take him to jail. But he didn't pay his taxes, so they got him on tax evasion.
Mm-hmm.
He was running illegal books, trying to get out of paying taxes. Well, if he paid his taxes and he was honest with them, he wouldn't have gone to prison. That's right. all I'm saying. You want to be crooks out there.
You know who DB Cooper is?
Yeah, I know who DB Cooper is.
The guy that jumped out of an airplane after he robbed it. Mm-hmm. After he robbed it, yeah. His statute of limitations was up, and then they said now the IRS is after him.
I don't think he survived.
So if he did survive and he would have paid his taxes on that, he could have wrote a book and been multi-millionaire.
Well, there you go.
Movie rights and everything.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, the legend of DB Cooper. Well, that's an old story, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's just showing your age there, Boomer.
You remembered it.
Yeah, because I've heard boomers like you talk about it so much. Oh, that guy DB Cooper. I'll tell you what, we don't
jump out of an airplane.
To my generation, it's almost akin to Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. To my kids' generation, DB who?
I know. Batman? What? Oh,
Batman? No, DB Cooper. He was the Joker.
Yeah.
He played the Joker. Oh, I remember that. No, you don't. No, you don't. He was a guy who thieved a jet airliner, jumped out of it, and was never seen or heard from again. Supposedly, as a legend goes.
Found a little bit of the money.
What's that?
They found a little bit of the money.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't think he survived it. I don't think he survived it at all. But that's okay. That's all right. So the United States Supreme Court is now hearing about J6 witnesses or J6 defendants.
Mm-hmm.
And this could have a very significant input or a very significant consequence on Jack Smith's case against Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, the conservative judges aren't having this. Like Clarence Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know, the white supremacist Clarence Thomas,
right,
who sits on the bench.
The black guy, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a white supremacist.
Has right, but he's a black guy.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, the white supremacist Clarence Thomas, who sits on the bench there, grilled the DOJ lawyer quite significantly about what about the obstruction statute that a lot of these people are being charged on and spending decades in prison for, up to 20 plus years. And just this one case alone could spell disaster for the DOJ and, you know, all these different outlets. But we'll take a gander and listen to this, because he asked some very interesting questions of this lawyer. And let me see if I can get that. Share. Yeah, that. Okay. So here that is. Let me
General Prelogger.
Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the court. On January 6th,
y'all can hear this now, right?
A violent mob stormed the United States Capitol and disrupted the peaceful transition of power. Many crimes occurred that day.
Okay. So, of course, you know, they're trying to, in her statement there, she's trying to, you know, paint this as, you know, the worst thing that ever happened on the face of the planet to the United States of America, you know, worse than 9/11 and Pearl Harbor stuck together.
But in plain English, the fundamental wrong committed by many of the rioters, including petitioner, was a deliberate attempt to stop the joint session of Congress from certifying the results of the election. That is, they obstructed Congress's work in that official proceeding. The government accordingly charged petitioner with violating Section 1512C2, an obstruction offense that directly reads onto his conduct. The case as it comes to this court presents a straightforward question of statutory interpretation. Did petitioner obstruct, influence, or impede the joint session of Congress? The answer is equally straightforward. Yes, he obstructed that official proceeding.
Okay, let me talk about this petitioner for just a moment. Okay, this particular petitioner went into the Capitol building about 20 feet, stayed about 5 minutes, turned around and left. He never entered the Senate chambers. He never went down to the floor of Congress. He just entered the building, turned around, and left.
So the worst he could get is trespassing.
A misdemeanor and a slap on the wrist. But they've got him with obstruction.
Statute unambiguously encompasses conduct. Petitioner doesn't really argue that his actions fall outside the plain meaning of what it is to obstruct. Instead, he asks this court to impose an atextual limit on the actus reus. In his view, because Section 1512C1 covers tampering with documents and other physical evidence, the separate prohibition in Section 1512C2 should be limited to acts of evidence impairment. But that limit has no basis in the text or tools of construction. His reading hinges on the word otherwise, but that word means in a different manner, not in the same manner. And the true prohibitions in Section 1512...
Hang on a second. Otherwise is usually prefaced before a definition.
Right.
Okay. Or an alternate definition. Okay.
But that was an end of a sentence.
No, it prefaced a alternate definition.
Okay.
But what she says otherwise is meaning something else other than otherwise. Otherwise, it's meaning this rather than that. So I don't know. I could be wrong.
C2 aren't unified items on a list.
Let's
The
go
word
back
in
just a
section
second.
1512C2 should be limited to acts of evidence impairment. But that limit has no basis in the text or tools of construction. His reading hinges on the word otherwise, but that word means in a different manner, not in the same manner. And the two prohibitions in section...
No, it does not.
1512C2 aren't unified items on a list where you could apply associated words canons. They're separate provisions. They have their own sets of verbs and their own nouns. They each independently prohibit attempts, which would be duplication that makes no sense on petitioner's reading.
Okay, so here what they're arguing at the Supreme Court level is basic fucking English.
Yeah.
Seriously, basic fucking English. With people who can't figure out what a goddamn pronoun is and can't define a woman.
And Congress included a distinct mental state requirement in C1 that it chose not to repeat in C2. Section 1512C2, by its terms, is not limited to evidence impairment. Instead, it's a classic catch-all. C1 covers specified acts that obstruct an official proceeding, and C2 covers all other acts that obstruct an official proceeding in a different manner. The court should say so and allow this case to proceed to trial. I welcome the court's questions.
General, there have been many violent protests that have interfered with proceedings. As the government...
This is an important question. This is an extremely important question from Justice Thomas. Okay. There have been many other obstructions, violent protests, not only on Congress, several times on Congress, but on other state houses, as well as federal courts, local courts, police stations, roadways. But let's listen to the entire question.
Protests that have interfered with proceedings. Has the government applied this provision to other protests in the past? And has this been the government's position throughout the lifespan of the statute?
It has certainly been the government's position since the enactment of 1512C2 that it covers the myriad forms of obstructing an official proceeding and that it's not...
That's not what he asked. He asked it. He was asking if it had been applied.
Limited to some kind of evidence impairment gloss.
Have you enforced it in that manner?
We have enforced it in a variety of prosecutions that don't focus on evidence tampering. Now, I can't give you an example of enforcing it in a situation.
She can't give any examples.
No, then shut your mouth.
She can't give any examples.
If you can't give any examples, then shut your mouth.
You know, this is one of those things, okay, where you know you're going to be challenged on this.
Yeah, you got to have an example.
You're going to have examples, all right, for the court to consider.
Well, you don't go up and talk to the Supreme Court justice and tell them that bullshit.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what she did.
Yeah.
Where people have violently stormed a building in order to prevent an official proceeding, a specified one, from occurring with all of the elements like intent to obstruct, knowledge of the proceeding, having the corruptly mens rea, but that's just because I'm not aware of that circumstance ever happening prior to January 6th. But
it happened multiple times prior to January 6th. It's happened multiple times after January 6th.
But you don't know.
But she doesn't know. But you do, and I do, because we saw it on the fucking news. Many times.
CNN, no
many times has hecklers gone into Congress, stood up in stood up there and disrupted things.
Yes.
With stupid protests.
Yes. That's obstruction.
By this definition,
yes.
But what happens to them? Well, they get tossed out.
They say, go get out of here. Go.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
State of the Union address. A Gold Star father got up and asked.
Yep, he got a misdemeanor.
He caught a misdemeanor out of it.
Chances are they dropped that and said, "Okay, we're not."
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
but they escorted him out and said, "You're gone."
That's an obstruction.
That's obstruction because
same thing is right here.
The president was performing a constitutionally mandated duty.
So it was the same thing as the people that went in the White House. Well, no, because they were trespassing. He wasn't trespassing. He was invited.
Doesn't matter. But he got up and interrupted it. He stopped the proceeding.
Correct.
From happening.
Correct. Okay, I'm going to go off subject a little bit. But if Biden had the balls, he would have said, "It's okay, let him talk." That's what he should have done. That's what he should have done.
That's a good point. Let's continue on with this.
Just to give you a flavor of some of the other circumstances where we have prosecuted under this provision. For example, there are situations where we've brought C2 charges because someone tipped off the subject of an investigation to the grand jury's hearings. There was another case where someone tipped off about the identity of an undercover law enforcement officer. And in those situations, there's no specific evidence, no concrete testimony or physical evidence that the conduct is interfering with. Instead, it's more general obstruction of the proceeding. Justice Alito mentioned the Wright case as well, and that's another one where it was a forged court order that prompted the litigant to dismiss a mandamus petition, but that didn't have anything to do with the evidence that was going to be considered in that proceeding.
So what role does C1 play in your analysis?
So we understand 1512C to split up the world of obstructive conduct of an official proceeding into the C1 offense and into C2. C1 covers everything it enumerates. It's the acts of altering, concealing, destroying records, documents, or other objects. And then C2 would only pick up conduct that obstructs an official proceeding in a different way. So there's no duplication or superfluity on our reading. Instead, Congress was taking this universe and dividing it up into the two separate offenses. And I think that's actually a virtue of our reading as compared to petitioners, because I have not heard him articulate anything that would fall within C1 that wouldn't also come within C2. So on his reading, C2 really does just swallow C1 whole.
Well, I mean, in the way you're reading it, C2 almost exists in isolation, certainly not affected by C1.
We don't deny at all that there is a relationship between the two provisions, Justice Thomas.
What is that relationship?
And the relationship is the one Congress specified in the text. It's what follows the word otherwise. That is the relevant degree of similarity. What both C1 and C2 have in common is that they or aim at conduct that obstructs an official proceeding. C1 does so in one way, tampering with records and documents. C2 does so with respect to all other conduct that in a different manner does that. And I think that this has to be the road the court goes down, to look at what Congress actually prescribed with respect to similarity. Because in contrast, if you take up petitioner's invitation to come up with some atextual gloss from C1 to port over into C2, I don't understand what the court could look at to guide its determination of exactly what the relevant similarity would be.
In other words, you went in there, you weren't prepared, you tried, you're trying to hang a charge on a lot of people, including President Trump,
right,
on something that doesn't fit the supposed crime.
Correct.
You know, the funny thing is they've called each and every one of these people insurrectionists. By the way, insurrection is a specified crime.
Correct.
Not one of the defendants, including President Trump himself, has ever been charged with insurrection.
That's right. So what they're basically doing is by calling them that, they're open up for a lawsuit.
Exactly.
They're open up for a lawsuit by each and every person that they call an insurrectionist. But see, now they're widespreading that. So really, there's no one person they're calling insurrectionist. Well, everybody but you. Everybody, the one that's suing me. Everybody but you.
Yeah. Anyway, Supreme Court Justice Gorsuch had his turn at the
okay.
If I might. So what does that mean for the breadth of this statute? Would a sit-in that disrupts a trial or access to a federal courthouse qualify? Would a heckler in today's audience qualify, or at the State of the Union address? Would pulling a fire alarm before a vote qualify for 20 years in federal prison?
See, this is also very important to consider. God. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. So you didn't hear the last.
I did not hear Neil Gorsuch.
Okay, we'll start this over again because he asked some very, very important questions.
If I might. So what does that mean for the breadth of this statute? Would a sit-in that disrupts a trial or access to a federal courthouse qualify? Would a heckler in today's audience qualify, or at the State of the Union address? Would pulling a fire alarm before a vote qualify for 20 years in federal prison?
There are multiple elements of the statute that I think might not be satisfied by those hypotheticals, and it relates to the point I was going to make to the Chief Justice about the breadth of this statute. The kind of built-in limitations are the things that I think would potentially suggest that many of those things wouldn't be something the government could charge or prove as 1512c2 beyond a reasonable doubt, would include the fact that the actus reus does require obstruction, which we understand to be a meaningful interference. So that means that if you have some minor disruption or delay or some minimal outburst, we don't think it falls within the actus reus.
My outbursts require the court to reconvene after the proceeding has been brought back into line, or the pulling of the fire alarm, the vote has to be rescheduled, or the protest outside of a courthouse makes it inaccessible for a period of time. Are those all federal felonies subject to 20 years in prison?
So with some of them, it would be necessary to show nexus. So with respect to the protest outside the courthouse, we'd have to show that, yes, they were aiming at the proceeding.
Yeah, they were trying to stop the proceeding.
Yes, and then we'd also have to be able to prove that they acted corruptly, and this sets a stringent mens rea. It's not even just the mere intent to obstruct. We have to show that also, but we have to show that they had corrupt intent in acting in that way.
We went around that tree yesterday.
I know. I heard the argument yesterday, but I guess what I would say is that to the extent that your hypotheticals are pressing on the idea of a peaceful protest, even one that's quite disruptive, it's not clear to me that the government would be able to show that each of those protesters had corrupt intent.
So protests that actually obstructs and impedes an official proceeding for an indefinite period would not be covered?
Not necessarily. We would just have to have the evidence of intent, and that's
She hung herself out to dry on that one.
Yes, and I like the way he said pull the fire alarm, which that
Democrat
did do that.
He went and gave recent examples of impeding official proceedings.
Something that actually happened.
Something that actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
They intend to do it all right.
They intend to do it all right. Well, yeah, they intended to do it all right. So, it's all silly. It's all silly.
Well, it's not silly for the people facing 20 years.
No, it's not silly for the people facing 20 years. They're fighting for a majority of them for their lives.
Absolutely are, yes.
For their lives, because some of them are old enough where 20 years is a life sentence.
Oh, that is a life sentence, yeah. And they're sitting in this prison. They're political prisoners, until
that's exactly what it is. Now, mind you,
they're making them plead out. That's what they've been doing.
Mind you, the people who committed actual violence, who struck police officers, they need to be prosecuted.
Correct.
You don't hit police officers. The people who actually destroyed things in there need to be prosecuted.
Mm-hmm.
If you broke a window, sorry, you need to be prosecuted for breaking the window and pay for the window.
Not shot.
Not shot. Well, the thing is, Ashley Babbitt didn't break the window. It was her face that just happened to be there after it was broken.
She got shot.
And she got shot.
And that's okay, though.
Oh, of course it's okay. No, it's not okay. So that's ongoing, and of course we're going to hear that decision, which like I said, is going to impact Trump's case greatly.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack Smith is not liking this. He's already said that he's going to ignore the Supreme Court and do what he needs to do. If I can find that.
So the top courts in our country, he's going to try to override,
or find a workaround, which is stupid in its entirety. Let's see. Where'd that go? Yes, Special Counsel Jack Smith suggests that he will ignore the Supreme Court if it reverses the obstruction statute in this summer. Jack Smith suggested that he will find a workaround if the Supreme Court reverses 2 of the charges against Trump. Smith claims the obstruction charges will stand against Trump because the alternative electoral certificates represent documents that were fraudulently used at an official proceeding. Here's the problem. They were never introduced.
Right.
They were never given the opportunity to be introduced.
That's right.
Because Congress accepted the electors as were presented in whole. And of course, after the so-called insurrection, without protest.
Yeah. After they took the people out and did what they had to do.
However, it is very commonplace for states to have alternative electors.
Mm-hmm.
The reason being is shit happens.
Of course it does.
Shit happens. It could have been realized that, hey, look, we misread a bunch of things and it turned out this way. So here are the correct electors.
Yeah, well, if they would have listened to Trump or got the National Guard there, no one would have got in to begin with. They would have had a line up there, and no one would have got in, and it would have went on peacefully.
We've talked about this before.
That's a big setup right there.
We've talked about this before. The person in charge of securing the Capitol building, Congress, was Nancy Pelosi.
Correct.
Because of the separation of powers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have separation of powers, 3 distinct powers.
Correct.
We have judicial, which is the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
We have the legislative, which is both houses of Congress, and then we have the executive, which sits in the body of the President of the United States. The President of the United States can't just decide to get up and walk into the Supreme Court.
Right.
They could toss his ass out and say, hey, you have no business here.
Right.
Move along.
Nothing to see here.
The same with Congress. He has to be invited to be able to go there. The only person in the executive who has the right to be anywhere in the legislative branch's hallowed halls is the vice president, because he sits as president of the Senate.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He's the only one, but once again, he's only the vice president. He's not the president. He does not have the power of the executive branch behind him.
Right.
So the only thing that any president can do is offer services to the other branches.
And he did.
And he did. And they were refused.
Mm-hmm.
Reports came out of DC police, Capitol Police, that we need more men.
Mm-hmm.
They were refused by Nancy Pelosi
Correct.
and the chief of the Capitol Police.
So those are the people that should actually be charged.
Charged with, well, here's the thing. Charged with what? Dereliction of duty?
Mm-hmm.
You fire them. That's all you can do. Dereliction of duty really isn't a crime unless you're in the military. I mean, you don't do your job as the president of the United States. They can impeach you. You still really haven't been convicted of a crime, so to speak. You've just been fired.
Right.
Now, mind you, it's a little bit more serious as a firing than anything else, but you're still just fired at that point. You haven't been actually charged with a felony or a misdemeanor. Those come after your impeachment.
Correct.
So here we have a situation where additional resources were not wanted. We also have a situation where many intelligence agencies were embedded in with the protesters.
Yes, they were.
We have Congress itself denying extra help. Look, when there are big protests scheduled in Washington, D.C., they go all out.
They do.
Always have.
Always have and always will. This time, oh, no, we don't want to do that.
No, we don't want to do that because we wanted the results that we got.
That's right.
We wanted to show that President Trump was out of control.
Right.
We wanted to show that his supporters were evil and mean and bad. And ever since then, people who have supported Trump have been called terrorists, white supremacists, and every other mean name in the book, whether we were there or we weren't.
Right.
Because obviously you support it. I looked at that. I watched that. I watched many different camera angles on the internet while it happened. And what did I see? I saw angry people. I saw people who were angry, genuinely angry. They felt that their vote, their voice was being silenced. Yes, they went in and they really, look, they wouldn't have done anything to those people. They could have sat there. They could have taken a 5-minute break and people would have, screamed and shouted, okay, you're done now. We got to carry on with this. And you can sit in the back and you can sit in the vestibules or whatever, and you can watch the rest of it, but you have to be quiet. And you can watch us do the nation's business. But no, they ran like little bitches.
And almost got dead.
Oh, well, from 6 blocks away from somebody who didn't even bother to show up for the vote.
I know.
Didn't even bother to show up for the, one of the most important votes that that Congress can make.
Yeah.
Didn't even bother to show up.
Nope.
And it was a joint session. So, yeah, go figure. Go figure. How many other people chose not to show up? Was it out of protest or was it just out of, well, I'm so incompetent at my job that I don't know why I should be there. But she almost got dead 6 blocks away.
Right.
You tell me. 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331 is the number for joining the conversation. Love to hear from you.
That was very interesting.
Yeah, well, it is. It is. Right now it is very interesting.
Now, what's with Clarence Thomas not showing up for one day?
Did you hear about that? No.
I heard about that it came through the news feed. And I couldn't tell you what source, but it came through that Clarence Thomas didn't show up for work one day this week. It had to have been yesterday, because this was today, wasn't it?
Oh, let's take a look. CLARENCE Thomas did not show up for work. Okay.
Anything come up?
Yeah, it did. Clarence Thomas was absent from the Supreme Court session one day ago. Thomas, age 75, was not on the bench Monday, as 8 other justices heard arguments with no reason given for his absence.
Okay, I did hear that right then.
Yeah. There, even Reuters isn't trying to read anything into it. They say Thomas, age 75, oldest, longest serving member of the court, is part of the 6-3 conservative majority. He was appointed by the top U.S. He was appointed to the top U.S. judicial body in 1991 by President George H.W. Bush. Chief Justice John Roberts noted the absence of Thomas at the beginning of arguments in the first of 2 cases before the court on Monday, but did not offer an explanation. Roberts said Thomas would participate fully in the cases using the written legal briefs and transcripts of the arguments. So, okay, he may have had a doctor's appointment. So the fuck what?
None of your business.
Yeah, pretty much. That's
what he said.
It's a Nunya. It's a Nunya thing.
That's right.
None your fucking business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get over it.
He was at a protest with the Klan. I knew it.
No. He had to attend a Klan meeting. I'm sure.
I knew it. I knew that's what it was. He instead of putting the black robe on him, he had a white sheet on him.
Exactly.
I knew it.
Tell me about it. No, we've got people listening who are either dying laughing or really mad at you right now, thinking you're serious.
Well, fuck a bunch of liberals.
No, they're either laughing at you or they think you're serious. You know, these would be the uber conservatives or the people who just have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
So yeah. No.
Well, whatever.
We already claimed him to be a white supremacist beforehand because, well, we're just parroting what the left-wing media has told us.
Right. That's right.
He's a white supremacist.
That's right. A black white supremacist. How's that work? How's that work? How's that working for you?
Not real well. We've talked about oxymorons in the past.
Well, they're just straight up morons.
Correct.
There's no oxy about that.
You took my joke away from me. I'm not really happy with you right now.
You'll get over it.
I'm sure I will in about 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
I'll get over it long before then. But no, this is all very interesting. I'm going to be very interested in how the court plays out on this.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they decide to go ahead and uphold this particular statute or this version of the statute, or they rule in favor of the plaintiff and say, "Hey, look, he's right. This doesn't apply to this because Congress has failed to apply this to equally."
Correct.
Now this is
Because there's no examples, as the lady said.
Exactly. There's no examples. And this is how our legal system is supposed to work. All right. Laws are applied equally.
Absolutely.
You commit murder, I commit murder. Okay. Depending upon the severity of the murder, we might spend differing amounts of years in prison. But guess what? You and I is going to prison.
Unless it's justifiable homicide.
With you, there is never a justifiable homicide. Because you're just a mean man. I know you are.
Fuck you, bitch.
I see exactly. I do the rest of you out there feel his violence he's giving me?
I said it with a really calm, cool, collective voice.
Yeah. Yeah. Psychopaths do that.
Yep. I don't have Tyrone behind me either.
That's just a fishing pole, man.
I didn't say. I said it's Tyrone. I don't care what it is. I didn't say what it was. I said Tyrone.
Just a fishing pole.
That's fine. That's fine.
My fishing pole, Tyrone.
That's
anyway,
fine.
No.
Bitch.
See, more violence, more spoken violence to me.
Not retarded.
I'm not retarded. yes, you are, Henry. Yeah, that's okay. Did you happen to see the title screen for tonight?
I did not. What is
you
it?
Did
I'm
not.
not retarded.
You missed. You missed the title screen for tonight. My goodness gracious me!
I'm going to see it right now.
Your right is here.
All right. I wrote on that today.
You wrote on that today. That one in particular?
That one in particular. Yeah, you were driving, right?
No, I wasn't driving. I don't I don't drive buses anymore. But no.
That's right. They don't allow you to.
That's correct. Fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. God damn.
Listen to who the violent one is.
No, that wasn't, those are just words. Okay. I practice, the
safe violence.
Safe violence. No, I practice, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Whips and chains excite me. Come on.
Well, no. Whips.
Get it right.
Well, yeah, I said that badly Saturday, but words will never hurt me. So, my words will never hurt you. Bitch. But your words hurt me intensely. Okay.
Oh man, you
because
love
your words are actual violence.
You love it when I call you bitch, and you love it when I say I'm going to bitch slap you.
Gender affirming, non-consensual physical violence aside.
Non-consensual? How come you always stick your face out when I say I'm going to bitch slap you?
I didn't.
Oh please.
Because I get confused. I get confused.
I'm confused because Corn Pop's a bad dude.
According to a lot of Uber conservatives, I don't know which bathroom to use. Okay, I'm confused. So I'm confused.
Use the one that's the closest to you.
That's generally what I do.
Have I used the woman's bathroom before? Oh hell yes! If I had to go, oh hell yes, I will.
You have committed a crime.
No, I haven't.
Against humanity.
I used to be a janitor. I go in women's bathrooms all the time, and I'll tell you what, the graffiti the women put in there, they're worse than men.
In all honesty, I try to avoid public restrooms, period.
I do too.
Because they're nasty and they're gross.
They absolutely are.
They're just nasty and they're gross. Yeah. Anyway, it is wrong. We're going to take a quick little break.
Is it 9 o'clock already, or 8 o'clock already?
It's almost 8 o'clock already.
Okay.
It's about 5 till. But I want to remind everybody, check out theraw.locals.com, theraw.locals.com, and you can join that for a full year for $50, get 2 months free, or $5 a month. Now, if you would like to just try it out before you buy it, that'd be awesomely cool too. You could use promo code The Raw, one word, all capital letters, The Raw, and you get a full month of everything for free, including the chat room.
And if you don't like it, just move on.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the only rule. All right. Here's the only rule on the Raw. Don't post porn. You can post anything else you want. I won't take it down. Don't post porn.
There you go.
You can write articles. You can post videos of yourself. You can post videos of you and your pussy cat. Not your pussy, but your pussy cat.
You can cuss.
You can cuss. You can do whatever you want. Just don't post porn.
No, or threats of violence.
You can do threats of violence all damn day long. Okay. I don't care.
Okay. I thought that was included.
Well, no, just no porn.
Okay. There you go.
But if you post threats of violence, expect to have them reported to proper authorities.
And then all of a sudden, police, open the door.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, I've had callers call me and say, "Hey, look, we're gonna. I should shoot you in the back of the head."
Yeah. They got a knock on their door, or they're going to.
I don't know if they got. I don't know if they got a knock on the door or not. That
we didn't hear it again.
Well, no, I never heard it again. But I think maybe that person understands that was not something that you do.
That's against the law.
Yeah, it is kind of against the law. It is kind of against the law.
So my suggestion is you follow the law and don't post any porn.
Well, if you want to really go by a rule of thumb, okay, when you're posting something, post something you wouldn't have a problem sharing with your grandmother or your great grandmother. The real conservative.
Oh, she was nastier than me.
Well, Henry, your fruits didn't fall very far from a tree, but we understand.
She was the worst of an alcoholic than me.
That has nothing to do with it.
She had some stories.
But I'm sure she was a very nice lady.
No.
What about your great grandmother?
Didn't know her.
Okay, well then let's assume it's your great grandmother and she was, Puritan at heart. Wouldn't hurt. No, okay.
Probably not. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Look, treat it like you would my great grandmother, okay?
There you go.
She was an awesome lady, just an absolutely awesome lady. Henry, you got issues, man. You got
the tissues.
Serious fucking issues. We're right back. It is the Raw.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
If a natural disaster comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
All right, everybody in the car, let's go.
What are we gonna do first when we get there, Mom? go for a hike?
Sure, if you want.
What about canoeing? Can we go canoeing too?
I don't see why.
What about a bike ride? No, I want to fish.
Oh,
I've never been fishing.
honey, we can do it all.
How long does it take to get to the forest?
It's not.
Is it going to be long?
No, sweetie.
I bet it takes forever.
It's not that far.
Are we there yet?
Yep, we're here.
Already? No way. Come on, come on.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a neighborhood park or green space near you. Also, find fun activities to do like boating and biking or camping and hiking, plus much more. It's all right in your naturehood. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
Okay, this is the target house.
Yeah, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the bird good business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like the sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting, or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, Fauci. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Doc does it and they call them racist. We the people. Let's go and we the people. Let's go and we the people.
And welcome back. It is The Raw. I'm your hostess with most of Miss Dan Hansen. Of course, we're waiting for Henry to get back. His internal clock doesn't work all that great sometimes. Well, it works just fine, actually. He does what he needs to do. Poor guy. I honestly give Henry far too much grief. He and I are very good friends. We get along very well. We actually have quite a bit in common. If we really do. It's a different kind of relationship. He's of course he's not my lover. He's not my anything else. He's just a really good friend. We share the fact that we are both in recovery together. There he is. You're late.
Well, you know what? These 6-minute breaks aren't 6 minutes here on this show.
No, they're not 6 minutes. They're 5 minutes on the show.
Well, it's 5 after right now, so
yeah. But the thing is, we started 2 minutes early.
Yeah, we did.
So your internal clock doesn't work all that great.
What do you want me to do about it? I'm not done it.
Yes, actually you are, but that's all right. So, obstruction. Obstruction of everything is what we're talking about today. And of course, yesterday there was a bunch of different road closures all over the country due to pro Hamas or pro Palestine protesters, especially in San Francisco, where they closed the San Francisco Bridge. Now,
the Golden Gate Bridge.
Well, yeah, the Golden Gate Bridge. I'm sorry.
Okay.
San Francisco, Golden Gate, whatever. It's one of those damn bridges. Okay, it goes over the bay.
Oh, one of those bridges.
One of those bridges. Anyway, there's a video out there of one pro-Palestinian protester who shut down the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco and I-880 in Oakland on Monday. That's going viral. It is so freaking hilarious. I mean, absolutely, positively hilarious. They got sophisticated. Okay. They filled some 55-gallon drums with a little bit of concrete so they could still roll them around, but make it hard to take out. And then they drilled holes in the side and put pipes and then stick their arm in and grab a piece of rebar. So it makes it very hard to, remove that person.
Oh,
yeah. And they did both arms. So, but there's a video of a young dumbass who they got a saw, they ripped apart the 55-gallon drum and cut into the pipe and stuff like this. But this is just the video to be seen.
Ow, 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 ow.
Listen to him cry like a baby.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, he's making it sound like, to the people who can't see his arm, like they are torturing him. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't even come close to it.
Yeah. Well, listen carefully.
By the numbers. All right, let go of your fingers. Let go. Let go of the rebar. Let go. Let go.
Oh, they're twisting it.
Let go.
They're twisting it for no reason.
Let go of the bar.
Oh, they're twisting it for no reason. Oh.
Let go of the bar.
Medical.
Let go of the bar. Come on, let go.
Of the bar. Stop.
Let go of the bar.
My hand.
Let go of the bar.
Stop squeezing my hand.
Okay, they're not even touching his hand,
No.
and they're stop squeezing my hand. Okay, the theatrics in this is funny. Just listen.
Let go of the bar.
Stop squeezing
Let
my
go
hand
of the
and
bar.
twisting it. The rebar is cutting the inside of my hand. Stop prying my fingers.
The bar.
Stop prying. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Let go of the rebar.
You see how gently he's prying his fingers?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's not yanking.
Stop. You're hurting me.
Let go of the rebar. He's free. He's free. He's free.
Take him out.
You got the arms?
Do you need EMS? It needs to be seen by a
So.
Theatrics.
Oh, absolutely, 100% theatrics.
Yeah.
But this is what it looks like inside of the barrel before they cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
And they took out concrete. They filled it with all sorts of crap, trying to make this difficult for police to remove them.
Well, it took them a little time.
Yeah, but they did this. They took these PVC pipes and spread it across, making it extremely difficult. So if somebody were to drive through the barricade, they would do some serious damage not only to their car
Yes.
but to other people.
Yes, they
just
would.
other than pushing.
Oh my
them
gosh,
away.
yes, they would. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd be ripping some arms off.
Yeah, but
And
this
killing
is
people probably too.
But this is this is what it looks like. This guy over here, this is the one that they cut apart.
Mm-hmm.
This is the crybaby over here in the red shirt.
I don't see no blood laying on the ground. I don't see him bandaged.
No, he's fine. He's still in the barrel.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He's still in the barrel. This is before they cut him out.
Gotcha.
This is before they cut him out. But they blocked access to that for hours and hours and hours.
That's obstruction.
That is obstruction.
According to the laws.
According to federal law. They were blocking a federal highway.
Right.
They were blocking commerce.
Mm-hmm.
They were blocking medical personnel. They were interfering with the business of everybody.
Oh my gosh, the drug dealers couldn't get to work. They couldn't pass out syringes. That's San Francisco, right?
That is very important.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Worst day in your life. I know.
Worst day of my life.
I hear you.
I'm glad I wasn't there, man. I would have.
But no, this is an example of obstruction. Now, mind you, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're protesting the
Right.
genocide in the Gaza Strip, whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
If you want to call and argue with me, 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. We'll talk about true genocide and what genocide actually means.
And obstruction.
One of the responses was you need to physically clear them the moment they started in the roadway. Why didn't you?
Well, that's
yeah.
That's pretty simple. If they would have done that, then they wouldn't have got their hands.
Another one says, "Why did it take you hours to do something? You should have started clearing these lawless domestic terrorists out the moment they arrived on the scene. Shame on you. Do like Florida. Don't put up with it there."
But that's San Francisco. It's California. We got a governor.
Oh, it's California. Oh, yes.
we got a governor that means business in Florida.
That means business.
Yeah, he wants to do his job. It doesn't want to run for president and screw up the country like it is being screwed up. Speaking of that, have you seen the new Biden ads?
No, I have not.
Oh my gosh, he's running them on Fox right now. And it's, if you want your freedom, I'll work damn hard for it. I'll give you your damn freedom back. It's like, what are you telling me? The last 3.5 years, you've taken my freedom away?
Well, yes.
And
yes.
Now you're going to give it back?
Well, Sunday we talked about this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with one of his executive orders that had to do with closing the gun show loophole. No, that was Saturday. You weren't here Saturday.
I was there on that one.
Were you there for that one?
The gun show.
Yeah,
loophole.
The gun show loophole.
They're already. That was Sunday. They're already abiding by it.
He issued an executive order closing the gun show loophole, which there was none.
No, there was none. It's already been taken care of by the people.
But the thing already been taken care of by law. I mean,
yeah.
Look, if you're at a gun show, you have to be a licensed dealer, number one.
Right.
And licensed dealers are required to do the background check form. And off you go. Bob's your uncle. All right. Everything's legal.
Mm-hmm.
But what they've been asserting for years is you could just walk into any gun show whatsoever and walk out, armed with a bazooka. No background check, no nothing. Just plop your money down and walk right out of it. No, that is not the case.
You got to go to a garage sale for that.
That's not a gun show now, is it?
No.
That's a private sale.
It is. And they haven't even talked about that.
Well, that's the thing that they're trying to work their way around to.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make it so that private sales. Now they've done this in California. They've done this in other states where they have highly regulated private sales where you've got to go through
you have to go through the federal firearms license dealer,
which, is not exactly correct, but, guess what you do? You load your vehicle with your firearms that you want to sell. You leave the state. You go conduct your business someplace else where it's legal.
Yep.
And nobody gives a good goddamn.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like you said, where it's legal.
Chuck says, domestic terrorist. Freedom costs $1.05.
Okay, bucko.
$1.05. But no, it's absolute stupidity. It really is. Absolute fucking stupidity. Yeah, and not getting phone calls yet, but you missed a call on Messenger. Okay, that's wonderful. My daughter decided to call me, and I am on the fucking air.
And she knows it too, right?
Yeah, well, I was talking to her just before we came on. That was why I was just a little late. I was on the phone with my daughter. I didn't want anything to interfere with anything because I'm kind of polite that way. So what does she do? She waits in 15 minutes while I'm on the air and calls back. The fuck over. So that's all right. I'll deal with her ass later. No,
okay.
She's a good kid. We're arranging bringing my eldest daughter back home tomorrow is what we're doing.
Okay.
I'm so damn tired. I really am. I'm tired of the drive between here and Kingman. I really, honestly, truly am. It's not a pleasant drive, but what the hell? So
where you're at, you go through Golden Valley, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes,
where I'm at, I go to the 40.
You go through on I-40.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Interstate 40.
The 40.
Look, I look at the sign. All right, I look at the signs. I don't see anything that says the 40. I-40. Interstate 40.
Go to the store and ask for the 40. They'll give you a can of 40.
They'll give me a exactly. Give me the 10.
Huh?
Where's the 10?
It's a tenth of a 40. Oh, okay.
It's a tenth of a 40, man. Yeah, dump out a bunch of it and give it to me.
Dump out 3/4.
3/4.
Yeah, 3/4 is 40, 10.
Yeah.
So you dump out 3/4, you'd have 10 left.
Sure.
You're not good at math, are you?
I don't really give a crap.
10 times 4.
40 ounces of freedom.
Is 40. Now divide it by 2 is 20.
5.
Divided by 2 is 10.
25.
Oh my gosh, you are so off. How the hell did you get 25?
Look, you take 10, all right?
You take 40, divided by 2.
40, divided by 2. Okay, you have 0.5.
Divided again by 2. No, you don't have 0.5. A 40, you have 20. You divide 40 by 2 is 20.
Listen to what I am saying.
Okay.
You have 40. That's 1. You divide it by 10. You have 0.5.
Who said 10? You don't divide it by 10. You want a 10. A 10 is a fourth of a 40.
Or you divide it by 4. I'm sorry. You divide it by 2. That's 0.5. You divide that in half again. That's 0.25. 0.25 at this point would equal 10 ounces.
I'm going to sell you drugs, man.
Why?
I'll cheat the hell out of you.
Look, what?
I'll give you.
What is half of 1?
What is half of 1?
What is half of 1? Yes,
a half.
$1. What is a half of $1? 50 cents. 0.50.
Right.
What's half of 0.50?
25.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Drive through.
Drive through. So you would have 0.25.
Okay.
You'd have 25%.
Okay, we're talking about a 40. We're starting with a 40. We're not starting with 1. We're not starting with 50.
You'll still have half of a 40, which is 0.5.
Okay. Half of 40 is not. Half of a 40 is 20.
The 40 is the whole. A half of the whole is 0.5. A half of the half is 0.25.
Okay. Okay.
See, the thing is, your small, tiny, retarded little head just doesn't grasp.
Oh no. I am
that the 40 is the whole.
No, 40 is not the whole. 40 is a 40, and if you want a quarter of the 40,
yeah, 0.25 of the 40,
which is 0.10.
No, it's not 0.10.
Yes, it is.
No,
Because it's a 40. You're speaking.
No. It's not.
Okay.
It's not 0.10.
Okay.
It's not 1/10 of a 40.
Okay.
0.10 would be like, let's see, way less than half. Way less than half of the quarter.
What's a quarter of a 40?
10 ounces.
Okay.
Come on.
That's it. That's it.
Chuck says, this is you.
0.08 BC. That's legally intoxicated.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
0.10 is definitely 0.02 over.
Don't argue math with me. I will win.
I doubt it.
So the thing is, half of a 40, okay, is obviously going to be 20 ounces. All right. But it's also represented in 0.50. That's half. Because 140 is the whole.
Okay.
Okay. Half of the whole is 0.50.
Correct.
A quarter of the whole is 0.25.
Correct.
Which is exactly half of the half.
Correct.
All right. So 0.25 would equal 10 ounces.
Okay.
Poor Henry. I blew his mind on that one.
No, 0.25 never equals 10 ounces.
When you're dealing with a 40, it does.
When you're dealing with 40, it would. If a 40 is a whole, a 40 is not a whole.
Well, of course it's not a whole. We keep cutting it in half.
Keep putting cut in there.
I mean, if I came up with you with a chainsaw, okay, and said, okay, I want 2 Henrys.
This is a 40. That right there is about a 10. That right there is a 20. That right there is a 30. That's the 40.
I'll tell you who's a whole, Rob. But I now want 2 Henrys. I've got a chainsaw. I'm going to cut you right in half. I'm going to treat you like a worm.
Okay. Well, then you're going to jail for life.
Possibly. But you know, what the hell? You are a politician, so it could be viewed as a public service.
It could be. You're right.
This is California. That is California, by the way.
That is California, yeah. And I am conservative.
You are conservative. So
yeah, so definitely would be.
California,
yes.
It's definitely a public service. So
yeah, that would definitely be.
They would give me the California Congressional Medal of Honor,
correct,
and the stipend.
Yes, and they would have a ceremony and everything.
Mm-hmm. And parades.
But if anybody blocked it, they would be in trouble for insurrection.
Especially the mayor of Needles. She would throw me a huge party.
She would love it.
Yeah, she'd give me a big old sloppy way.
Unless you're a veteran.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a big strike against. Hey, the only thing I can't do in needles as a veteran is poop.
Yeah, you can.
Pee.
Yeah, you can, but you got to
Well,
do it
on the
you gotta do
sidewalk.
it or in the park.
In the park.
Not in the bathroom, in the park.
Yeah.
But they built $300,000 bathrooms at 2 other parks.
Yeah. And one of those parks you have to pay to get in.
No. Neither one of them. No.
No? Okay. Well, then maybe I was wrong. I've been known to be wrong every once in a while. Uh-oh. The Raw, you're on the air.
Yeah, I was thinking about this strategy. The strategy as far as how veterans can go poop in Needles, California.
Sure.
And what I think they should do, I think they should form a joint workshop with City of Bullhead City and get these people with the buckets that are running around town in Bullhead City to give up the buckets so the veterans can go poop at the Needles in the park.
Yeah, just super glue a toilet seat to them. That make a permanent toilet.
Yeah, you can discreetly handle your business.
Yes,
you don't need to use the public restroom or go to the Red Dog Saloon and use their shitter.
Look,
and you can use the people's signs, they have for toilet paper.
I now have questions. Okay, I now have questions. If you're in public, how do you discreetly poop?
Well, you got to plan ahead if you're going to do something like that. I found that I carry baby wipes.
Okay, well,
sanitary.
That's a good thing to have pretty much any time. But go ahead.
And so what you could do is see, that's the other problem in your desert landscape down there. There's not really an opportunity to go find a tree. It's got to be a skinny ass cactus or something like that, right? I mean,
or when they sting your butt when you hit them.
Yeah, but we're talking about parks in Needles that are generally wide open. Not
but they're pretty desolate too because nobody goes there because they can't pee or poop.
That's right. Yeah. Is there like a yellow crime scene tape around the shitters out there in Needles, California? Keep people out and give them fair warning?
No, the shitters are the plastic stools that you sit on and you get arrested and they confiscate them from you in Bullhead and then bring them to Needles, use them as toilets, like you said.
So yeah, I think you guys got to flush us out in a joint session with the Bullhead City Council. They might want to know about these plans.
I think they're working in cahoots.
Possibly.
Isn't the city manager supposed to do something about this?
City manager was in cahoots with Tammy Ring with that. He's the one to put it on the consent agenda.
It wasn't on the consent agenda. Trust me. It could have been. It could have been, but no.
I bet it was.
That's great.
Changing ordinances just really can't be on a consent agenda.
I can just see it. Somebody in fucking Michigan's listening to this show going, what the fuck are they talking about?
Exactly.
Or one of our city leaders is thinking, holy shit, we could get so much done on the consent agenda. We'll just, make all these ordinance changes on the consent agenda, not talk about it at all.
Maybe even Chicago is probably freaking out with this.
I think, this is a great idea. I mean, such a time saving.
Yeah, San Francisco says just poop on the street.
Just poop on the street. Just pull.
Actually, well, that's not just San Francisco. That's sometimes. Oh man, it's definitely a sign that your community is collectively mentally ill when that starts to happen.
Well, do you know that San Francisco has a poop patrol? They actually have paid poop patrols that go around and pick up human feces. They're city employees.
Just like they have on the moon. Yeah.
No, they leave it there.
Yeah, I'd be moving that shit around if I was them.
Fertilizer.
Not the only thing they do on the streets in San Francisco.
Where do they just throw that in the dumpster, or how do they handle that? It's something you can't probably. You have to put.
Chuck, you're
in a plastic
you're
bag.
closer to San Francisco than we are.
Can't you smell it?
I smell Portland.
Close enough, I guess.
You know what's so stupid about Portland? Okay, their sewage system is it's rainwater type of a sewage system where Portland really tries to pretend like they're like environmentally in tune and green city and everything like that. But every once in a while, their sewer system will overflow, and they have to release it into the Willamette River. The Willamette River goes into the Columbia River, and if you ever flown over the city of Portland, you can actually see the shit coming down into the Columbia River from the Willamette River, and it's absolutely disgusting.
That's good planning, isn't it?
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful planning. I mean,
yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I get it. Holy
like
crap.
The cesspool system that they use in London is more efficient, I think, than this thing.
Sure.
I don't know, but
well, in London, up until the time they finally figured out that all the poop in the street and the rats and stuff were causing the bubonic plague, everything flowed into the Thames.
Yeah. Well, look at their big hats that they have. They put the poop in their hats.
No, they
they don't. Okay,
they were just full of shit.
Imagine having that job in the 17 and 1800s, where they had to have people go down into their cesspools and clean it out.
Yikes!
I mean, that really that's a pretty
shitty job.
I'd say it's even shittier than the guy that goes out and cleans out the honey pots there with his truck, and then the porta potties.
Septic control. Yeah. Oh. I knew someone that did that. He would find some good stuff in there.
I'll tell you what. Hang on. Before you start knocking that. Okay.
Cell phones.
Huh?
Oh, somebody's dropped their cell phone.
He found guns in there, money, everything.
But before you start knocking it, those guys that go and empty out the porta potties
make good money.
You make great money.
Yeah. Plus you can keep whatever you find. No, serious. I had a friend that worked with one of those.
Yeah, I know.
Money and guns.
Yeah. But still, those people make great money.
They make great money.
I mean, freaking just hold your nose, man. The Vicks, a lot of Vicks under your nose, maybe a mask or something, and
you go in there, you suck it out, and then you spit some blue water in there, and you get the hell out of there.
And you get the hell
spray it down, and go. It's great for someone that lost their sense of smell.
Henry, what's flashing?
I don't know. What is flashing?
I don't know. You have something.
Oh, the TV's on in the back.
Oh, you have a TV on. Gotcha. Okay, I understand now.
It's an inbound missile attack notification.
Is that what?
No. I had it on as a lighting effect, and what it did is it started going off. So I hit the button, and it went to a TV station.
Oh, see, there you go.
But it was just it was just a lit screen, which actually worked really good for lighting.
Now, Chuck, I'm surprised you haven't commented on the people who were sticking their arms in 55-gallon drums full of concrete to block the road. I'm surprised you didn't comment on that.
I don't know. That's not my bag anymore. I'm done protesting, and the only time that I would go. The only time that I would seriously go to, and the only time that I have done, went to Portland or Seattle or to go observe protests was in the capacity that I would get on KTOX and do a report for a Hagwood show.
Yeah.
But
you did too. And that was really you, because you said, I'm the one waving right now. And he's waving in the background. Oh, holy crap, that is Chuck.
Waving.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh, I know. But here's the thing, Chuck. All right, especially with these pro-Hamas protesters. Okay, they have really been disrupting things, blocking traffic, blocking airports, blocking this and that. Why aren't you out there reporting on this?
Right now, well, it takes a little bit of logistics to do that. I can't just drive to Portland in my car and then show up. I use the train to do that, so I won't be followed home, or it would be harder for somebody to, somebody to follow me home, or because there's weirdos everywhere.
Oh yeah. Just look at our government.
I wouldn't know.
You're one of them.
But so Portland had a similar incident that San Francisco World. So Gresham, Oregon, they tied up the 5. I think Seattle had some. But the philosophy in these cities, these blue cities, is give these people an outlet so they don't burn this freaking city down. So we'll let them out there. We'll even stop traffic for them. That's what's the most amazing thing about the cops up here. Here's
the thing, okay? And their logic is wrong, because during the mostly peaceful protests of the Summer of Love, they were burning the fucking city down.
Well, I mean, dumpsters on fire. That happened. I know in Minnesota.
They didn't burn a police station down. They didn't try to set a federal court on fire. Several businesses gone up in flames. Cars.
No, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, they had in Seattle they had the East Precinct, or the Capitol Hill Precinct, that was taken over, literally taken over.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. I felt like I was in a different country when I was up there.
Well, it was, because it was called Chaz, right?
Yeah.
They renamed it Chaz. It was their own country.
Well,
autonomous zone.
The
Capitol Hill protest.
Yes. Has this to say, no one is going to join your cause if you're stopping them from getting home or work. Absolutely. The only thing they're going to join your cause with is, getting you off the road. Good grief, But no, I've got to say that the arms in the concrete was they upped their game. They upped their game. They actually cut them out of them, or persuade them to let go of the rebar that they were holding on to inside of this.
You're hurting me.
Yeah, you're hurting.
Yeah, that's all. These people will go, and they have people that are instructing these people how to behave when they're on camera and interacting with police.
Right.
They they have classes during the protest. If you or before, like any protest, if they throw CS gas at you, what you should do. They have. It's crazy. They've even got for these big protests around here. They've got these lawyers that will walk around to make sure that people's rights are being upheld. They have it's crazy. They have reflectorized vest on that says I don't know, some type of legal counsel or something like that. So there's lawyers intermixing, wearing identifying badges on their clothing like the press does.
Well, you see, these are the things that the general public doesn't get to see. Okay,
right.
They don't see this because the media refuses to show them.
Correct.
One, and number two, if it bleeds, it leads. Okay, they're hoping somebody's going to get their face smashed in by a jack thud boot, from a cop or whatever. But the thing is, See, Chuck, this is a valuable service that you could be providing. You could be providing behind the scenes investigative reporting to start showing how these things are planned, they're organized, they're orchestrated to cause as much confusion and damage as possible.
We need you to go undercover, Chuck.
Oh, hell, you wouldn't even have to go very, very far undercover because, he's obviously seen this.
Right.
His own two eyes. It could have been very easily recorded.
Mm-hmm.
And then, described what he was saying and then upload and say, hey, look, these are how these things are organized. We've got lawyers here. We've got lawyers standing by with bail money and to make sure that your rights are being taken care of.
Right.
You've got these training classes. Hell, Chuck, you could have gone to these training classes.
I stood on the outside and watched them when they had like it was totally crazy. They also had one thing that really surprised me. They call it rib riots, and rib riots are this like a mobile kitchen, and they cook food for free. They're run by the communists. Straight up.
Wow.
OG green uniform, Red Star wearing communists. I swear to God. And they'll, feed you and feed the protesters, and if you try to pay them, they'll refuse your payment. No, that money's not good here. It was weird. It was totally. That was in Seattle though. Portland was that was a hell of a lot more violent.
Well, with Seattle, was the food good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Chuck was there.
There you go. All right, Chuck. Well, thanks for your call, man. Do appreciate it.
Eating from the commies.
Yeah, most definitely.
I caught him on that one, didn't I?
Hey, look, are you going to turn down the free food?
Was the food good? Yeah.
The food is great. Thanks. Oh, but man, no, it's actually insane. All this is actually insane. 928-476-0331, 928-476-0331. You want to call and make a comment, any comment you want. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Whether we agree with you or not, it's just as much your show.
That's right.
Expect to be abused. If you're going to abuse me, expect abuse back. If you want to have a reasoned discussion, well, we can have a reasoned discussion, even with 4-letter words. I don't care. But you're always welcome to call.
You mean like wind? That's a 4-letter word in the desert.
Oh, good Lord. I'm not retarded. Really trust me, I'm not retarded. Yeah, I know, Henry. I know. It's okay. It's okay. We'll let you go.
Wind.
Yeah.
You go to a garage. You go to a garage sale and you say wind. You'll be attacked. You get the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah. So here's another example of obstruction.
Holy moly!
That's the back end of an elephant, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And listen to this.
And where's this at?
Elephant escaped from the circus in Montana.
Montana.
The elephant's name's Viola. She brought traffic to a screeching halt. The handler chasing her through the streets. We can report tonight Viola has been taken into custody by circus employees. And while nobody was hurt, it's rumored that Biden's Justice Department may charge the elephant with obstructing an official.
Now, if it was a jackass, it'd be okay.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. That was actually a very good line. I enjoyed that one.
Yes,
but that's obstruction as well, is it not? Yeah, no. That's just.
We have it all the time here, with donkeys getting in the way.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah, they really do.
Yes, that's obstruction.
Yeah, not really. I mean, come on. Can you actually hold an animal to the same standards as you hold human beings to?
Can you?
That was the question.
No, of course not.
No, of course not.
Of course,
I
I was doing the donkey elephant thing.
I understand what you're doing.
I was doing the Democrats.
But the thing is,
cannot.
No, of course you cannot. Okay, because you do not. Animals do not have rights, so to speak.
Well, they don't have rights, and they do have rights.
They don't have rights.
Yeah,
none. Zero. Zilch.
Yeah, they're not going to get arrested for obstructing. That elephant.
No, they're not.
Arrested.
They're not going to get arrested for carrying a concealed weapon either.
That's right. In all 50 states.
In all 50 states. But here's the thing: an animal cannot assert its own rights. It has no concept of it.
Right.
It has none of this. You know, that this is what drives me nuts about the animal rights activists. Animals have no rights. Nothing unless we assign them rights.
Correct.
And then the majority of the people have to agree to assert those rights on behalf of the animal.
Did you hear that, Tundra?
Oh, believe me, I assert Tundra's rights all the way to the
Tundra's a person.
Tundra is a person. Yeah.
Tundra, you a person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, what's your point? But no, but the thing is, animals have no rights. However, we have certain laws about animals, certain laws about how we treat animals.
That's right.
Okay. For instance, I couldn't go up to my neighbor's dog and start beating it with a stick.
No.
I would be charged with what? Assault and abuse of an animal.
Certain animals are federally protected, like a donkey.
Some animals are.
The donkeys are federally protected. If you hit them, it's a federal crime.
Well, yeah, purposely hit them. You hit them with a car by accident. You're fine.
That's different. Yeah, no, I meant you go.
But,
you can't even push them away if they're bothering you.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't. That's a federal offense. No. You cannot.
Good luck enforcing that one.
You're right.
Good luck enforcing that one. You can push them away because you need to go this way. You're not harming them by moving them out of the way.
No, I know that.
Besides, you just grab the carrot and say, "Come on, let's go." And they'll follow you all the way to where you want them to go, and just toss the carrot out there. And guess what? It's done. It's how you approach the problem.
That's right.
Just like anything else. But it drives me absolutely insane, because these animals' rights activists who put animals' lives and rights over and above those of their fellow humans. And that's that. I mean, yeah, I understand that people out there, some agree with that. Well, we should be clubbing baby seals to death. No, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, not a good idea.
That's probably a bad idea.
Right.
But there was a time in human history where a baby seal lined coat was the thing to have.
Right.
So the market provided for it.
Right.
So there are people out there who harvested baby seals just for their pelts.
Correct.
Was it right or wrong? Now it's wrong, then it was right.
Yeah.
So it has to do with perspective. It has to do with what and how you are in the moment. Right now, opinion, and I'm not even going to say majority opinion, I'm going to say left opinion, is that the bloodier the riot, the more peaceful it is.
Yeah.
Or depending upon what you're protesting is whether or not you have committed a crime or not.
That's right. If it's for them, it's okay.
If it's for them, it's okay. If it's for the other guy, no way.
No, if it's against Trump.
If it's for Trump, you're a domestic terrorist, you're
right.
White supremacist, you're everything in the world. If it's against Trump, well, you're just fine.
Right. It's all Trump. It's all Trump.
You go right ahead. You go right ahead, Antifa, and punch a Nazi in the face.
That's legal.
It's okay. We're not going to prosecute you.
That's legal, isn't it?
What, punching Nazis in the face?
Yeah.
Find me a Nazi. Find me an actual Nazi, please. I don't see him moving very quick. Or are you thinking where am I?
No, I have to think about that. I was thinking maybe on a certain city council, maybe a mayor somewhere.
She's not a Nazi either.
Oh, she? Oh, I wasn't thinking that one.
I'm sure he isn't either. But no, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
We're no longer allowed to have a civil conversation.
No, we're not. No.
It's either you're going to agree with what I say 100% without exception, or you're the fucking enemy.
Well, the freedom of speech and freedom of press anymore is just utterly ridiculous.
Utterly and totally ridiculous. There's a story we're going to do here the next hour that really kind of has me worried a little bit. And it's about the attack on conservative radio. And how people like Soros and other left-wing organizations are now starting to buy up radio station groups.
Yep.
Now, they've tried to introduce liberal only radio for I don't know how long. You remember Air America? It failed. It went under. They couldn't get the listenership.
Right. And now
they could not get the listenership.
But now they're having it without saying it.
What's that?
Liberal radio.
How's that? I don't understand what you mean.
Liberal news. Okay, liberal news. You've seen the liberal news. You've seen the left-leaning news, which is most of it nowadays.
Yeah.
They're having it without saying it.
We're talking about talk radio stations.
Yeah.
Talk radio stations are very much conservative.
Absolutely are.
Very much conservative. And we're talking talk radio, not talking television. We're not talking about news services. We're talking about talk radio. Okay. And specifically radio. This is this is the business I'm in. This is the business you're in.
Correct.
I mean, on Saturday and Sundays, we are on an actual FCC controlled radio station, KTOX in Niles, California.
Yes, we are.
And
we talk conservative.
We talk conservative. Now, mind you, it is an independent radio station. It's not a conglomerate of anybody except Reuben Broadcasting.
Right.
Reuben Broadcasting, big conglomerate. But no, when these are bought up, okay, and then moved over to a liberal platform, they'll lose listenership and they'll die and they'll go away. They'll lose money. It's happened time and time again. Like I said, Air America was they had a bunch of stations in a bunch of places and big transmitters and big this and big that and big money flown into it, and it failed. KTOX used to have Rachel Maddow.
Used
to do a radio program. Yeah. And not Mad Cow, Rachel Maddow.
No, I know.
Well, the thing is, there's a show with a guy by the name of Mad Cow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So, yeah. Well, you got to be specific and whatnot and so forth. But even that went away. She lost her. She couldn't get advertising. So she had to go away. because advertisers weren't interested in advertising on a show that wasn't going to be listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Several other, Hannity and Combs. Combs went on to have his own radio program when he split from Hannity. His radio program, gone. His show, gone. Him, gone. Several other prominent liberals have tried and failed. Now, of course, several prominent conservatives have had radio programs that have failed in the past as well, which is okay by me.
Oh, yeah.
For the life of me, I could never figure out. I'll have to think of his name, but he had a radio program for several years. I could never figure out how he succeeded. I mean, he was the chief guy that went to prison for Nixon's break-in.
Mm.
And he had a conservative talk show.
Mm.
Never could figure that one out. I mean, trust me, I'm a criminal.
Yeah.
Trust me.
So just like me, trust me, I'm a politician.
Yeah, well, yeah, but trust me, I'm an actual criminal. I actually broke in someplace and committed a felony, a crime.
Went to jail and everything.
Went to prison and everything. Didn't even get pardoned because I was so guilty.
Yeah.
God, what was his name?
We'll find out during the break.
Yeah, we'll find out during the break. But it's like, in a lot of ways, people listening to my program feel that hey, Shrug, how you doing? You said, "Sup, folks?" There we go. Sup, folks? How you doing, man? Long time no see. But people think that I'm an oxymoron when it comes down to radio, conservative talk radio. Okay, I am a practicing transsexual. Absolutely, 100%. Gay as fuck. Well, I don't deny it. So, if I'm transsexual, how could I possibly be a conservative?
Right.
Yeah, I've been asked that question. I'll probably be asked that question 6 ways from Sunday come this Thursday at 6:00.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
I'm looking forward to that, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's easy. I have my beliefs. But am I a type of conservative? No, I'm not. I'm a libertarian. I've admitted that. Now, mind you, I registered Republican. That's about it. But I vote with what I feel is going to be the best. Sometimes I voted for Democrats. Most of the time I voted for Republicans. It's never straight down the ticket for me because I'm not straight.
I get it.
At least you're the one that at least you get it. But politically speaking, I am I think you'll agree with this. I'm a constitutional conservative.
Mm-hmm.
Conservative. If you're going against the Constitution, well, I'm going against you. I am also very much a flaming social liberal. I believe in social liberties. As long as you are not harming anyone else, knock your fucking socks off. As long as you are not taking away from the rights of anybody else, go knock your socks off. Do whatever makes you happy. The minute you start harming other people, well, then we got to rein you in.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stop you. So I have no problem with gay people marrying each other. I have no problem with transgender people attempting to change their sex because they're really not harming anybody. unless their actions lead to other people's actual harm. We're going to go into that as well.
And that could be anybody, straight, gay, or whatever.
That could be anybody, straight, gay. It doesn't matter.
Right.
There are pedophiles of every shape, color, creed, and
Absolutely.
sexual orientation.
Absolutely.
Anyway, it is the right. We got to go to a break. It's
Let's take
finally
the break.
like 9.
Let's
it's
do it.
finally 9 o'clock. Let's do this. We're taking this. We'll be back with hour number 3. Can you believe this? Hour number 3 is upon us, Henry.
I can feel it.
All you're doing is nod your head. You're yeah.
I'm going to take a 4-minute nap.
We'll be right back. It is the Rob. You can take a 5-minute and 23-second nap.
Perfect.
Time Call Taxi is here for all your transportation needs, whether it's a ride to work, the store, or anywhere. Time Call Taxi is here for you. Call 928-763-1010, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going out to paint the town red? Call Time Call Taxi and get to and from your fun in a timely and safe manner. Call Time Call Taxi, 763-1010. That's 763-1010.
Learn how to defend yourself and your loved one. Kingman Force on Force. Krav Maga. Empty hands. Edge weapons. Firearms training. Train like law enforcement with our virtual range simulator. AZCCW classes. Free gun safety classes. Our instructors are AZDPS licensed, NRA certified, and former Combat Special Forces. 3001 Stockton Hill Road, Kingman, Arizona. www.kingmanforsonforce.com.
I'm Rob Hansen.
And I'm Henry Longbreak, along with Tundra.
And KTOX 1340 AM, we are pleased to support the Mojave County Sheriff's Canine Foundation.
The Mojave County Canine Foundation teams with the Mojave County Sheriff Department to keep our county safer. It increases deputy safety, and the dogs are highly visible deterrents against robberies, burglaries, and drug dealing.
Canines can save time clearing buildings. It takes less than the quarter of the time that it would take a deputy on his own.
Canines can track juvenile runaways, missing elderly persons, fleeing suspects, and provide comfort to traumatized victims.
For more information about the Mojave County Sheriff's Canine Foundation, or you'd like to make a tax-deductible donation or host a fundraising event that includes a canine demonstration, call John Sancelli at 651-270-0920 or go online at www.mcsk9f.com.
The Mojave County Sheriff Canine Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Okay, this is the target house.
Yeah, but Jimmy, what about this here sticker?
What sticker?
Right here on the door. These premises protected by Southwest Alarm Service. 763-4331 and 753-2333.
That's just a sticker. One of these companies is going all over town giving these things out to everybody. Forget about it. If you're ever going to be any good in the burglar business, you're going to have to learn these things. Now, we're inside. You get the stuff down here, and I'll get the stuff upstairs. You know, cash, jewelry.
Jimmy, what time is it?
It's about 1 a.m. Why?
Because it looks like the sun came up outside.
You in the house. You're completely surrounded. Come out with your hands in the air.
Just a sticker, huh, Jimmy?
Southwest Alarm Service, 753-2333 or 763-4331. Because real security is more than a yard sign or a sticker. Call Southwest Alarm Service today.
Southwest Alarm has the only 24-hour locally monitored central station.
The opinions voiced on the Raw are those of the hosts and the callers and not necessarily represent the views and opinions of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting or its advertisers. The opinions should be considered as the ramblings of raving lunatics.
You're listening to The Raw with Henry and Miss Raw, brought to you by Pirate Web Radio Productions, Ruben Broadcasting, along with KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. Man, fuck about you. But COVID's near, it's coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut our borders down. Joe Biden does, the media embraces. Big Doc does it and they call him racist. We the people. Let's go, Brandon. We the people. Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, yeah. It is The Raw. I'm your host, Miss Ann Hansen. Of course, we have Henry a long break right over there to my right, guarding the sacred phone number, 928-476-0331. 928-476-0331. And, of course, you can call anytime you want. I don't mind. Anyhow, like I said, we were gonna talk about the left's plan to sabotage talk radio and local news. All right. Now, for its near universal controversy or control over the news industrial complex, the left has failed to penetrate the one and only media format dominated by conservatives, talk radio.
That's us.
That would be you and me. We're conservative talk show hosts. We work at a conservative radio station.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We try to have a balancing, but frankly, the liberal shows suck.
Oh, big time.
Big time suck.
Well,
Although,
we haven't had. We have one good liberal that calls in.
Who's that?
Chuck.
He's not a liberal.
Well, one good Democrat calls in. Okay, let's say Democrat.
He's not even a Democrat.
Chuck's a Democrat.
No, he's not.
He's admitted to being a Democrat.
He's not a Democrat.
Okay.
He's never admitted to that. He is only he's a libertarian. It really truly is. Now, mind you, he doesn't like the choices that we have. He doesn't like Biden any more than you or I.
I don't like the choices we have either.
Yeah.
I think we could do a lot.
He definitely doesn't like
a lot better.
And I'm not sure what his feelings are on JFK, but or JFK or whatever.
Like
RFK.
I like him.
But anyway, despite repeated liberal incursions into the medium, from Mario Cuomo to Tom Daschle to Air America, the left cannot make a showing. Now it's lost a series of deceptive websites and brought up to talk radio outlets, apparently in the hopes that where persuasion failed, hard cold cash may prevail. Now, if you offered Steve Rubin enough money,
he'd switch over to
he'd air your he'd air your program.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He has no problem taking money to pay for play.
That's right.
Now, enter George Soros and his massive bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Over the last 2 years, the Soros Fund Management and firm founded by billionaire investor and now controlled by the Open Society Foundation has increasingly become a key player in the oldest electronic mass media radio. It was reported by Semator. 2 months ago, the business arm of Soros Empire bought out Audacity. Didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
giving it control of more than 230 radio stations and innumerable podcasts.
Okay.
The fund is now openly discussing taking over Cumulus Radio, which owns and operates 403 radio stations across the U.S. in 85 markets in the United States last year. Now, I've been in radio long enough to know that corporate ownership of a large amount of radio stations equals trash radio.
It does.
Especially when it comes down to the music side, because,
oh yeah,
you and it's hurt radio a lot over
the big time.
And listenership is one. Anyway, Soros facilitated the buyout at 18 Univision radio stations by a consortium of former President Barack Obama and Bill Clinton, known as the Latino Media Network, for $60 million in cash.
Okay.
When Vice Media faced bankruptcy in 2019, Soros provided part of the $250 million in debt relief that kept it afloat. Soros specifically funneled at least $131 million between 2016 and 2020 into 253 journalism and activist media groups worldwide to spread its radical leftist ideas on abortion, Marxist economics, anti-Americanism, defunding politics, defunding the police, or defiling the police as well.
Something like that.
Yeah. Environmental extremism and LGBT fascism. And this was reported by the Media Research Center in a 3-part expose. Independent media, people that are owned by nobody. Okay, we pay our own bills. We go our own way forward.
Mm-hmm.
We do the best we can. I mean, yeah, we have small audiences. We don't have mega bucks, pushing ads everywhere. Hey, listen to us. You know what? I pay a shit ton of money just for this program.
Mm-hmm.
I get maybe $25 a month in return for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The rest of it, I think I spend somewhere close to $200 or $300 a month just to keep this program on the air all by myself. Mm-hmm. This is why I keep asking people, join the Raw.
Let's make it self-sufficient.
$50 a year. All right. $5 a month. To me, it helps us keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are times where I have bills outside of radio, outside of this program, that tap everything I have. Last month in particular. And it was all over a fucking cat. I do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want the cat to die. It's my daughter's cat. She likes it.
Trust me, I know that one. $7,500 worth of bills.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
100% I believe you. You did the same thing this last month with Tundra.
I did. Exactly 1 month ago.
Dropped everything and went into debt.
Severely. That's it. Without a question. Correct.
Yeah. Without question, you did that.
Absolutely.
But this is why independent media is so damned important. So damned important. Mm-hmm. Especially small operators like you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can say things that the others cannot.
That's right.
Because we're not afraid of losing sponsors. I don't have sponsors to this program.
Mm-hmm.
The commercials that you play at the top of the hour
are PSAs.
Mostly. Lucas Anna in Kingman. Who'd you smack?
I didn't smack nobody. I just moved his paw away. He's chewing on his paw. He
Oh,
heard it. He heard it.
Oh, poor baby.
And I don't want him breaking it open. And he listens pretty good. When I do that, I just pull it a little bit, and he listens really good. They're really good when you give them love instead of smacking them. Once you smack them, it's like it's done. It's done.
Depends on what you smack them with.
Well, I have a back scratcher.
A rolled up newspaper.
A back scratcher, one of those bamboo back scratchers. 95% of the time, I use it to scratch them with. 3% of the times, I use it to threaten them with. 2% of the time, they get smacked in the butt.
Chuck says I should sell chainsaws and fetish associated items.
Yeah, as long as there's no porn. Chuck, we'll advertise. You could advertise on our show for.
I'll tell you what, Chuck. All right,
$25 a week.
Hang on. I will give him 20%. I will give him the KTOX salesman special. He lines up these sponsors for me. I'll give him 20% of the revenue.
Sale.
Yeah. So, Chuck, if you want me to sell chainsaws and fetish gear, you line it up. You get the contracts to me. I'll make sure you get 20% of all that income.
For as long as they advertise.
As long as they advertise. That's correct.
If they sign a year contract, you get paid every month for a year.
Yeah, every month for a year. Or you get 20% of the total, whichever.
Right. There he is.
Whichever. The Raw, you're on the air.
Yeah. I mean, it could work. I mean, I think what we need to discuss here is the whole idea of having a traditional store is that shit's going bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Well,
it is.
Here's the thing.
Bye-bye.
Here's the thing. I have great ideas for t-shirts, cups, and shit like that. All right.
You could put that shit on a t-shirt.
What?
That sell. Shit. Just have it says shit like that.
Shit like that with a poop emoji.
Poop emoji and a picture of El Garza's in the background. I'll wear it to city council meeting.
You could even. I'll buy one for the mayor of Needles.
Yeah, exactly.
the problem with it is, okay, now if I go to somebody like Teespring, I have used Teespring in the past.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they won't do business with me anymore because I am a known conservative talk show host. And
I thought you said you were a liberal or some shit like that. What's going on?
I'm a libertarian. I'm a flaming social liberal.
Me too.
Prove me wrong.
You're flaming, Chuck?
Say again, Henry?
You're flaming?
I'm a flaming liberal. Oh, yeah.
A flaming social liberal.
No, well, I mean,
come on.
I believe in capitalism.
You are a very staunch constitutional conservative. I know you are.
But I believe in
that votes Democrat.
No, well,
not all the time.
Yeah, I do oppose the authoritarian Democrats.
Okay, so you're a libertarian
to some degree.
Yeah, I'd say to a lot of fucking degree.
I won't. I will. I don't. I don't know. You know, this fucking movie, Civil War, has really fucked with my head. I'm going to be quiet.
I don't even want to talk about it.
It really. Oh my God! I sent you that map of what the on your phone of the United States, Miss Rob.
You said
maybe you could keep it.
When did you send that?
Just a few minutes ago, probably. I was talking with my kid, and I said, "Whoa, Miss Rob should like this." But it's the United States depiction and how it's all broken down in that movie. And you know, when I start talking about, you know, what my political leanings are, and I don't know, I guess I'm a little gun shy. That movie has affected me. I'll just say that.
I understand. Okay. Well, I can share that with everybody. Yeah, this is the map of the United States after the Civil War. The fictional Civil War movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's I won't, well, I'm going to, the area in the Pacific Northwest is also known as the Portland Maoist.
Yeah.
Oh, and that makes so much sense. Oh my God. There was tons of shit in that movie
the Portland Maoists, huh?
Yeah. Portland Maoist and the Antifa executions. What else? The fact that Canadian money is worth more than American.
I thought that was the case anyway.
No, not yet.
It's a little bit less.
I think euros are more than U.S. dollar.
They have been for quite some time.
But you want to talk about what kind of sponsors you could get?
Well, that's what I was. I was responding to your message there. You could sell chainsaws and fetish associated items, and my offer was, and I don't know if you heard my offer, but my offer, I'd give you the same terms as Steve Rubin gives all of us for bringing in advertisements. If you bring it in, and you get 20% of the gross every month, or if they pay for an entire year, well, you get 20% of that, and that's it. So
if I find a business that's wanting to advertise on the Raw, should I just give them your number?
If you find somebody who wants to advertise on the Raw, okay, you negotiate the contract, you negotiate the price, and then you can give me their details.
That's a little bit over my pay grade. I'm going to have to talk with you offline about that.
The thing is, okay,
you get 20% of that, Chuck.
You get 20% of whatever you're negotiating.
So whatever you negotiate, if you negotiate high, then you get 20% of whatever the high end is.
Yeah.
And then you can always
of the 40 ounces.
And you can, you can always negotiate. You can always negotiate it down, but you can never negotiate it up. So you always start high.
20% of 40 ounces.
I know.
Oh, Lord. Man. Which would be 0.40.
Are you fucking sure? I think your calculator's broken. I tried to follow you and Henry's dialogue there, and I started going, I.
Okay.
What?
Hey, okay, now go ahead and write down 10 as a whole. Okay. 10 as a whole. All right.
10.0.
10.0. Okay. Now, half of that is what?
5.0.
Exactly. 5.0. Half of that is what?
2.5.
Okay. So 40% of that whole would then be what?
I don't know.
4.
Henry, is this making sense?
8 goes into 40 5 times, which would be 20%.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
There you go. So there.
Simple
I'll get
$40
math. Do it in your head.
So I'll get $40.
You get 20% of whatever you sell. If you say, for instance, you got lucky, you were selling, you got some chainsaw company to advertise with me for a year for $20,000. All right, you're going to get 20% of that. That would be your commission.
20% commission. That'd
be $4,000.
Yeah.
Usually, when I was doing sales work, they would only give me 10%.
Well, I'm fair.
We're giving you the whole amount. We're not even taking our cut. That goes right to Rubin Broadcasting.
What? No.
Well, that go to our station, yeah.
If they're broadcasting on the raw, that goes to fucking me.
That goes to you, yeah.
From there, I give Ruben Broadcasting 10%.
Correct.
But that's out of my cut.
But if it's on the radio, then Ruben Broadcasting gets 80%. They get 80% of the fee, and whoever brings it in gets 20%.
Correct.
That's on the radio.
So what I want to do is I want to go around and find these different businesses that not necessarily have a storefront, but like an e-commerce type of a thing.
Correct.
And then and convince them that this is a good investment.
Absolutely.
It really does. The power of radio is remarkable to me.
It's magic, man. It's magic. I mean, seriously, if I turned off the pictures here, all right, and you couldn't see me, you couldn't see Henry, you just hear our voices, you'd still listen to us.
Oh yeah.
We'd probably get more listeners because, well, Henry and I, we ain't good looking anymore.
I'm good looking. You're ugly.
Oh, dude, I've seen you naked.
Yikes. I don't look good naked anymore. I'm a twice fried countrywide version of the man I was before.
Yeah, and
I don't look good naked anymore.
Okay, just stop singing, please. But yeah, something like that. Please actually stop singing before I get a strike on YouTube.
No, that's my own music. I got copyrights on that.
No, that is not your own music, and no, you don't have copyrights. Oh man.
We got a strike last week.
That was on Facebook.
Facebook, yeah.
But they don't matter anymore, and I really don't care. I get those.
Well, what they strike you? What they strike you on there?
Music.
Oh Jesus!
I know.
I bet you could get away with it as long as you didn't sing the whole song or some shit like that. You only can sing 30 seconds of it.
What have you seen the fact checkers on Facebook? Whatever.
it doesn't
matter.
If
it's on Facebook, it must be true.
Well,
that's true. It's internet. You're right.
The thing is, they have automated things looking for particular tunes, particular sounds.
Right.
And automatically they get a copyright claim.
Yeah.
The moment you post it, and it's all automated. The only thing you can do is fight it and lose. And frankly, I don't fight anymore. That's why the majority of the break time music for this program is shit that I've gotten from royalty-free sites.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but the only two commercial songs that are play here is the opener and the closer.
Mm-hmm.
The opener is Kid Rock's Kid Rock, fuck Biden, fuck Joe Biden, and the closer is made this way by Lady Gaga. Those are the only two commercial songs I play, and there are a couple of commercials in there that have commercial music in there as well. But once again, who cares? I don't care any fucking more. All right. I give a crap less. Anyway.
Okay. Okay. Since we're brainstorming here, I just got a great idea that Pastor Jim is going to love.
Well, what's that?
I think you should start selling prayer cloths and holy water. And
okay,
maybe
you need to talk to him about that on Saturday.
And selling holy water with squirt guns with holy water in it.
Holy needles water.
Yeah.
Holy needles.
Oh my God, Chuck.
I am a sick man. I know. I'll talk to you all later.
We'll talk to you later, my friend. Thanks.
Bye, Chuck.
928-476-0331, 928-476-0331 is the number you want to join in the conversation. Yeah. So now I do take phone calls. A lot of them. Well, two of them. One of them. I don't know. I take phone calls.
We take them all.
Yeah, I do. But I really want to do my Helldiver support line. I really want to do that. I think that'd be so much fun.
How many more hours have you done?
Okay, let's take a look. Now I admitted my true hours was it Sunday, correct?
140 something.
Yeah, 140 something. So let's no, I don't want to open Helldivers. Come on. There we go. Go to the library. Now I will bring it up. So whoops, damn it. I did not mean to hit that button. I meant to hit that button. Helldivers right there. And I will bring it up on the screen. So right there, I have 153.8 hours of total game time since I purchased it.
It's not bad.
Let's find out when I purchased it.
Last week.
No, not last week. When I should say when I purchased it. Server update, patch notice. It was early. It was mid-February when I purchased it. It was brand spanking new when I purchased it. So
2 months ago, 60 days ago.
Yeah. So, 150 hours, roughly about average
2 and 3/4 hours a day.
Two or 3 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not bad. Like I said, I don't spend all my time on there as much as I'd like to. But, the problem is it's just so much damn fun.
3 hours a day at McDonald's is $60. You can make $60 a day.
Henry, I can't stand on my feet for 10 minutes at a time.
Stand on your head then.
Good luck. Good luck with that. Oh, damn it. YOU. YouTube. There we go. Especially, when I don't know. I see videos like this. Let me find this. Where is it? Here we go. Here's a typical video. All right, this is right. Helldivers.
Oh my god.
Ooh, blew that up already. What the heck?
Ow. Ow, 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 ow. That's one of the typical videos on
you must have your hand caught in the barrel with rebar and cement. Ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, something like that. No. But but there are other, and then there's this absolute insane moments when the comedy comes together. So
do you have a handle on there?
Yeah, Misty Hacks.
Okay. Misty Hacks?
Yeah. That's the same as my my Second Life.
Okay.
Name. But it's you can find me. I'm trying to find one of the funnier videos, and I'm just not finding it. Damn it. Come back. Where are you? This is what really turned me on to Helldivers to begin with. Now here we go. Right here. Here we go. Now these are
possibly
very
the most ridiculous reason for not extracting.
Ah! And then that is ridiculous. But that happens constantly in game. And all you can do is just, if it's gonna piss you off, you shouldn't be playing anyway. But all you can do is laugh and laugh very hard.
Okay.
Not mine, but this was one of the strongest butthole clenches in Helldiver history. That was the last stim. It's now all or nothing.
Wow!
One call on a bot drop.
Oh, thank God I'm behind a rock.
That was hilarious.
Anyway, but no,
Okay, and those are people talking that are playing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, we can talk and be whatever we want to be.
Mhm,
I'm trying to find this one video here, and which sums it up to the extreme. Now this guy does multiple voices. He's a voice actor, and he likes to go into Helldivers and just have a shit ton of fun. he really does. Let's see. Uncensored. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is pizza.
Rated P for
pizza.
Oh my God! Look who it is!
The man, the myth, the legend, B1!
Hello! Welcome to the goddamn ship, soldier!
I was stuck in that ice pod for years!
Are you good?
I am perfect! Are you good?
Yeah, I lost a couple limbs since we last talked.
You missing a leg and an arm?
Yeah, people be calling me a box sympathizer.
I think we should find your limbs in the battlefield. We might get to sew it back on.
They're definitely down there, I'm sure.
Oh man, well, I'll keep an eye out for them.
What's with your helmet, soldier? You changed your helmet? You're not matching.
What? I'm not. Oh, I thought it looked cool, man. God.
God damn it, B1.
Hold on.
I hope you're still B1. I might have to call you B2 or B3 or B4.
I will never be called B2. I'm always the number one.
You're B cruel.
Here I am.
Oh, there you go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Man, this armor.
And yes, you can hug in the game.
I see that.
Yeah. Now you see why I like this? It's
kind of smells since the last time I used it. I don't think I put it in the wash.
We don't wash armor at all. You understand?
Hey, excuse me. You got any children?
What's a good planet?
Our major order has been complete, so maybe any planet will do.
Okay, I guess we'll go to this one. We have to fast travel, I think.
I'll hold on real quick.
Oh, yeah, hold on. There we go.
Oh, my God, it's so fast. God!
It's light speed, soldier! Light speed!
I think I need to rearrange my guts again.
I'll tell you what, I've met a lot of dimwits since we played Be Cruel.
I must say, when I've been out on different planets, fighting with randoms, they're throwing on each other's hell pods. They're picking each other's stratagems, and they're all over the place. We need to have an order.
You can get the same table you had before? That's amazing. Keep smacking it. It's good.
Yep. Okay. Hoorah!
Excuse me, pointless pancake and Barnsey. Comment over. Can you hear me?
Here we go.
Calm down, B1. He was talking.
Sorry, man. All right.
He's getting a little bit hyper. Pointless pancake?
Yes, sir.
There you go, pussy. Where's your friend?
Wait, is he my friend?
We joined you. Is he a friend or not?
He's random.
He's random?
Barnesy, if you don't talk right now. Come on, Barnesy.
It's fine. We'll deal with it. He's a mute. He must be deaf from all the explosions. Hoorah! Let's do this!
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's shredded! Be cruel!
All right. So that's why I love the game. Characters that I run into like that, and well, like how I play.
Okay.
So you obviously don't get it.
No, I don't.
Oh man, wow. It must be so hard being so geriatric that you can't get excited about, a good time.
No, I do. I get really excited about having a good time.
What would excite you?
Taking Tundra to a dog show. Taking Tundra to work. Getting
boring
on the
pedestrian.
Getting on the radio and talking about recovery.
Oh, we do that all the time anyway.
Yeah, I mean that's my excitement. Taking my dogs to the park. I mean that's my life.
Well, see, there you go.
That's my life. That's what I enjoy. I would rather do that than play a game.
Well, yeah.
I mean, but you don't have dogs, so you're good. If you had a dog,
if I had a dog, my dog would be playing too.
Oh, and by the way, be grateful you didn't get a Great Dane, because 75 to 85% of Great Danes get bloat.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah,
I don't want to talk about that because that particular one upsets me greatly.
Okay.
Anyway, Henry, we're gonna cut out early tonight.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm good.
The reason being is my foot is just boom, 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 boom pounding.
Okay.
And I need
we're
to
not
go
that too far out.
No, we're not that far out. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank everybody for listening. And join me Thursday night on
Make sure and send me an app.
Whatever the fuck that is. What is it? What is it going to be? I need to.
And we can all tune in. We can all tune in on the Raw and listen
to the no holds barred. Yeah, and I will be simulcasting that on the Raw.
So you'll put that out there to all our listeners. They can come on the Raw and check it out.
Well, they can listen. They can watch me as I shake my head or whatever kind of fucking ambush that they're trying to pull on me.
Nice.
So yeah, it should be a good time. A good time should be had by all.
What time is it coming on?
6 o'clock.
Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 o'clock Pacific. 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock Eastern. So
okay.
I'll be in there a few minutes early. I don't know if they're going to pull me in early or not, but I'll have everything set up to go live just shortly before they pull me in. So,
sounds good.
Yeah. Well, and I'll be listening so I can get the tone of what they're. Yeah.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. And
well, I intend on going in there. At least I know I'm going in there to be ambushed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so anything they say is not going to take me by shock. And
yeah, it's like I like to say. Well, how does that make you feel?
Well, how's that make you feel? Well, comparatively speaking, okay, it's for a one of my ilk, as some people, man, you're amazingly cool. Why? Because I'm not doing this for you.
Right.
This isn't me doing it for your approval. I'm doing this for my approval, my internal approval. It has nothing to do with anything else. So, as long as I'm happy.
There you go.
I mean, I've got the Gen X attitude down just fine. As long as I'm happy, fuck you. What difference does it make? Seriously.
So we'll see you all Thursday.
Absolutely. We'll see you Thursday night, 6 o'clock. And you know what? In the meantime, go out there and make the world a better place. I like saying that. Go out there and make the world a better place. We'll see. We'll definitely see you Saturday for the Mr. Rob Hansen radio program and all the others that come along as well. Bye now.
Just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen.
Avast ye scallywags is another pirate production.